The markets at this point in time still doing pretty well, and at the cusp of that 10,980, it is showing the usual butterflies in the stomach, and it has receded just a bit, kind of pondering over there. That gives us a little bit of time to ponder over another important set of numbers, the Hindustan Unilever numbers that came. The worst is over for the FMCG industry on the regulatory front, was the message we got from the HUL Managing Director, Sanjiv Mehta. He was speaking to our colleague Priya Seth. That was for the first time after taking over. Mehta adds that he is watchful on the macroeconomic environment and expects rural markets to grow faster than they have been growing at in the third quarter. Just listen to that conversation.
If you look at the last 6 years of HUL's performance, we've added a delta turnover of nearly 12,400 crores. Now, 12,400 crores implies that the delta turnover would be the largest FMCG business in the country. Yeah? And during the same period, our EBITDA has more than doubled. And during the same period, while the BSE or the Nifty index or the FMCG index has gone up by 1.8 to 2, we have been re-rated because of our performance, and the HUL market cap has gone up by 3.5x. So I would say that look at our 6 years performance, and then you will get a picture on how our focus on the long term has helped the business. Last 5 quarters have indeed been pleasing. We have had double-digit volume growth on our size and scale. Delivering double-digit volume growth is always pleasing. But you have to remember that as the biggest FMCG company, we are part of the Indian macro ecosystem. And while FMCG per se is an industry which is more resilient, still it is definitely dependent on what happens around you.
But when you look at 2 big events that are coming up, we have the budget and we have the elections. A lot of rural SOPs, SOPs for farmers, SOPs for rural allocation, high rural allocation is expected going forward. How will HUL benefit from that?
You know, we are of the firm belief that 2/3 of our countrymen live in rural area. And whichever government comes to power, they will have to focus on agriculture reforms. Yeah? We have to have a focus on wage rates in rural areas. We have to look at it from a perspective of not just in terms of MSP, etc., which does not percolate on all the crops or in all over the country. But how do you do reforms where India kind of becomes the granary to the world?
So rural has been growing 1.3 times that of urban for HUL.
It should be growing at a much faster pace. Yeah? Look at it, that you're talking about a per capita consumption half that of the national average.
When you talk about pricing, 2 to 3% has been the kind of price growth that we've seen over the last quarter. Is there scope for further hike in prices? Are there categories that you would like to call out which could perhaps be categories where you could drive growth through price?
Let me give you a philosophy of a pricing. First is there is no one-to-one correspondence between input price and the final price of a finished product. We look at all lines of the P&L, and when the prices go up, we try to optimize other lines of the P&L. And we always are circumspect about pricing. We take judicious price increase. We try to protect the price point packs, and then we play the portfolio game. You will see we have number 1 category positions in nearly 85% of our portfolio. And in this portfolio, invariably you will find we straddle the price benefit pyramid. If you look at our history, in the last 29 out of 30 quarters, we have improved our EBITDA margin. The only quarter where we did not was the demonetization quarter, and there too, because we did not shy away from investing behind the brands for the long term.